Yesterday you recorded the class.
Yeah, yes.
Can you please send me that?
Oh, I did not send you. I thought I sent you too. I sent to others, so maybe I'll forward that email to you. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday's and did you receive uh, the past uh, reporting videos, part one,
Yeah,
part two?
yeah, I did. I received that. I didn't receive this one. The
Oh,
recent
okay. I will send you.
yesterday night.
Yeah.
Is it because of the security certificate or?
Uh-huh.
We were not able to install the data sources. I guess it is the same now. They
Oh,
have, I mean, because I had a old system, I was not able to take screenshots.
okay.
So they wanted the screenshots, step-by-step screenshots to resolve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I explained them to my best, but I don't think
Uh-huh.
they.
So this guy is not taking training from you. The one I forwarded you. That guy Nawaz. No.
No, no, he's not taking. He didn't say anything. I
Uh-huh.
guess he was. He said he is hospitalized.
Hospitalized.
Yeah, for some reason I mean, his health is bad, and then he
Oh,
said when I recover, I
oh,
will mail you, etc.
okay.
Is he want the, I mean, face to face, I mean, training or online training? Is he in India, Hyderabad?
Yeah, he is from Hyderabad, but he stays in US.
Okay.
Yeah, just like me, he will need some online training. If he, I don't know whether he is going to take or not, but he asked me. So I told him about you.
Actually, I mailed him the, I mean, course content,
Uh-huh.
and then he said, I'm not well now. I will get back to you like that.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. DSO, I will send you the DSO document. I have done that.
Okay.
I have to do this one as well. This is the scenario we discussed about the DSO, and it's not about the basic DSO.
Mm-hmm.
In the basic DSO is covered in info providers document, and this is about the tables,
Okay.
active data table, new table, and change log table, and the screenshots are given and it is explained.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I didn't give you this document because it was corrupted. The document was corrupted. So
Okay.
I made it back.
Mm-hmm. Shahid,
Yeah.
like I just want to know, like how many more classes we left? Like,
Yeah.
just like rough estimate or something like that.
Estimation. I will quickly cover the ECC part and then we can discuss BO part.
Okay.
Uh, maybe um, for the generic data sources and for a low cockpit, we will need 4 or 5 classes, and then
Mm-hmm.
after that, we will see the actually BO and 7.3. Well, BO we will see.
Okay.
Each 7.3 better
Okay.
because there are some one or two info providers added
Mm-hmm.
in 7.3. I will show you that later.
Yeah.
So next weekend we will see BO
Okay.
in weekend.
And like how many classes it will take for Vivo? Like just rough estimate, just for an idea.
I will cover the important parts, not that. I'm not going through the basics a
Okay.
lot, and
Okay.
so it will take. 7 classes.
Okay. Fine. Well, not a problem. Like anything is fine. But for me, I just planning to going to India next month, 14th or somewhere,
No,
15th,
before
something like
that,
that. No,
much
yeah,
before
yeah, it's
that.
fine if it is fine if you can complete before that, or maybe if you not complete also, when I come back we can take classes, but not a problem. But it's up to you. Yeah.
No, that much time it doesn't take that much time.
Okay.
We can cover completely before
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Because if once we see the data sources thoroughly, we are done with the
Mm-hmm.
ECC part. In ECC, we are left with the data sources only.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
can see the data sources, this document.
Yeah.
This is the only document we are left with.
Okay.
So once we discuss this, ECC part is over, and we already have discussed reporting. So if you want 1 or 2 scenarios, we don't have to discuss the basic reporting again.
Okay.
If you want 1 or 2 scenarios, we can again show the scenarios, and reporting will be over.
Okay.
So in ECC part, data sources, there are 4 or 5 practical data sources we need to create
Mm-hmm.
data flows, and we will create all those data flows.
Mm-hmm.
And reporting, I will show you a couple of scenarios and BO.
Okay. If I go on 15th or 14th of next month, and I'll be come back after 2 to 3 weeks. So that's the plan. So
Okay.
yeah,
Only 2 to 3 weeks.
yeah, that's all I can get for. So
After you're coming after 1 year or more than 1 year?
no, Shahid, I'm coming after. I came to India in November, but I stayed in India for almost 50 days. I got my visa delayed, so I had to stay for 1 month more. So now I'm going back again after 7 8 months. Yeah. Normally I'll go for every year. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's not bad. Every year means it's not that bad. 1 month in 1 year, is it?
Huh?
Generally, you plan 1 month in a year.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, 3 weeks in a year.
In data sources, we have seen the deltas,
Mm-hmm.
DSOs, delta types.
Okay.
For the records for delta loading, there is a delta mode which in a BI field called zero record mode will identify it.
Mm-hmm.
So that we have, and those will be passed by arrow cancel field in ECC. So from data sources in ECC, RO cancel will pass all those delta modes information to the BW, and in BW in zero record mode for the DSOs, all those delta modes will be stored, and they can be displayed. So generally there are two types of loadings. One is full load and one is delta load.
Yeah.
So in full loading, what will happen is whatever the data is available in the ECC system will be loaded completely. So that is called full load. And if you have prior data in the BW system in data targets, you have to delete that data before loading the full load. So that will load. That is about the full load. It will completely load everything that is available in the ECC system in the source,
Okay.
and not just ECC system, any source. And when it comes to the delta loads, delta loads are defined because it is error prone to load everything that is there every time, and it is a burden on the system because there are millions of hundreds of millions of records sometimes. So
Shahid,
you cannot always load
Shahid,
everything in full load.
Shahid,
Yeah,
are you looking at your Gmail account?
yeah.
Okay.
Can you see the? I'm
Yeah, I can.
closing.
Yeah, I can see.
Because there will be a burden on the system, there
Mm-hmm.
is a mechanism called delta, and in delta mechanism, what we will do is to load first initialize the delta. In
Mm-hmm.
initialize delta, you will load everything that is available. Like just like a full load, and then after initializing the delta, you will get the delta load. Because in the info package, in order to make the info package ready for the delta, you have to initialize the delta. In case there is no data to be loaded, or you do not want to load the data in the initialized delta, you can do that is possible by initialize delta without data record. So it doesn't load the data, but it will still initialize, and you can keep that data in the normal mode, I mean delta mode. You can keep that info package in normal delta mode then. So in delta loads, what we will do is to, first of all, whatever the data is created or modified after the full load, when it will take all the full load. Once you create all the full load historical data, whatever the data is created or modified recently will be loaded. So to identify the record status, we have delta modes, and the delta modes are, they are stored in zero record mode field, and they are passed by the RO cancel from the ECC system. So every data source will have delta mode and delta types defined, and in order to check those delta modes and delta types, we have to go to the transaction RSA2, all for all the data sources of business content, delta types are defined. So delta types are for storing the data about the delta mode. It will store all the features of delta mode, which type of delta type should be used. So, for example, there are different delta types like case, nothing, and A, ABR, ABR1, FIL0, FIL1, ADD, ADDA, etc. All those delta types are there. So, according to each delta type, the delta modes can be created. So, for example, if there is a ABR, it means in ABR you will have the data source will pass before image, after image, and reverse image, delete image. So all these will be passed in ABR. So, for example, in that is the complete delta type, and in ADD, additive image, it will only data source will only pass any additive image delta mode. So that is the only delta type will be passed for every record, all the records. So it is not that helpful. So in order to identify the delta modes, ABR is the one which passes all the delta modes. And just like that, for the full update, there is a delta mode by default. For full update by default, there is a delta mode which will only give the full update record. So only for the delta update, we have delta mode. Delta mode will be used. So why do we need delta mode? Because in order to get the business information correctly, we need to use delta modes, because in delta modes we have all the information, and sometimes we do not get the summarized data. So we need to load it to the DSO first. It is mandatory to get the correct values to load it to the DSO and then load it back to the cubes. Other than because some of the delta types are not cube compatible. So there are business content data sources like 0FI, AA, 001, 2, 3, etc. and 2LIS for the LO extraction. So we will see one delta data source. Here you can see the delta data source and this transaction is RSA2. In RSA2 we will find all the information of delta
Okay.
data. So for that purpose, you have to go to RSA2 and see the delta information. For every, you have to give the data source name, and in that transaction, you can see the delta information, last changed, and data source, all the data source information is there. Data source will generally have a extraction method and extractor. So extract structure, you can see that one extract structure is there, what extractor is used is given, and what function is used, extraction method is used is given. So you can see either it is from the functional module, complete interface or simple interface. It will be all the technical details will be given in this transaction. It will be helpful to do the necessary, for example, in some debugging processes and some error when we get the error. So it will give the needed information. You can see delta processes is ABR. It is a complete delta with the deletion flag via delta trim. Means it will pass all that before image, after image, and new image and reverse image. So all of the delta modes are passed by this, and you can see delta unspecified FIL delta via file import with after images, etc. All these InfoCube extraction, all these are available. New for the only new records will be given here. Extraction, ODS compatible, all these will be given. All these are the extraction types, delta types. So with this, with the help of these delta types, all the delta modes will be passed on. So you can see the field here, arrow cancel. This is the one which stores the information about delta mode, and from this field will be mapped to the zero record mode in DSO, and all the delta types will be transferred to the zero record mode. You have fields, all the fields of the data source will be given here. So it is complete information about the data source. RSA2 is the transaction to see the data source information. And similarly, there is RO source. You have to go to the SE11 and see the RO source for the data source information itself. You have to click the contents. This is the contents tab. We are in the ECC now. We are looking at the ECC data sources. You can see the number of entries are there. For example, we have seen so there is a version, two versions are there, A and D, active version and delivered version, and here delta type is ABR and delta process. You can see that when you check the table, you will see it in detail. So this is also for the data source information. We have this extraction method is F1, extractor, extract structure. So you know about the delta types. There are 6 delta types,
Okay.
like new data after image,
Mm-hmm.
new image, and reverse image, additive image, etc. So in DSOs we have discussed 6 delta types which are present. So all that information, this is called the delta process of the data source. Here we will see in BW system, it is nothing. So when you activate the data source, first of all, the process is you have to activate the data source in ACC RSF file. There is the first step. For example, we have activated the data source. All those data sources, first of all, we have to activate it here, whatever the data source we want. Click here and activate them. Once you activate the data source in RSA5, which is a business content, the data source will be available in RSA6. Let's see that in RSA6, which is a post-processing of data sources. So here it is a data source post-processing transaction. So if it is already installed, it means it will be available here. So it is installed, it is activated. All these are activated. Others are not yet activated. So just like that, if you see the MM or any module, we are into the FI module now. For example, if you want to see what are the data sources activated in MM, you will see all the data sources activated here. These S data sources are not available at this moment. I mean, they're not available anymore. S011, S012, S013, etc. SAP has stopped, SAP has given instructions not to use these anymore.
Okay.
So we are not in real time, we don't use all these data sources, they are very old.
Okay.
These are for the inventory. We haven't discussed inventory. We were stuck at the FI because we were not able to complete the SAM example scenario.
Okay.
So let's see once we have for example here you can see that we have installed, I will show you the cube that we installed is this cube we already installed. what we can do is to for that it will have installed the necessary info objects and info cube and DSOs etc. but not the info source and transfer rules. It has installed the update rules but not the transfer rules. For that we can install another time with the data sources. We will get the data sources, necessary data sources, and then we will install it separately. When you keep in data flow before and you take the info sources, it means it will install the transfer rules, info sources, transfer rules, and data source. That is in data flow before in the BW system. So all those will be installed, necessary ones will be installed, and then we can have the full data flow in BW. So this we were not able to see.
Okay.
But we have to give the network display of data flow in InfoCube by going to the InfoCube. This is the metadata repository.
Okay.
And in metadata repository, before installation, you have to go to the business content, not in the activated object, but in business content, go to the cube, and then you will be able to check the data flow, all the data flow. And before installation itself, you will be able to check. So that will give you the knowledge. That will give you the data about the data. That is the transactions meaning, metadata meaning. So here by checking the data information, you can do the rest. Like you can install the data, install the data flow completely. So you don't have to worry about data flows and all. So it is already given by SAP. Now that we got all the data flow, we can do this here. Here you can see we got the transfer rules. These are transfer rules, and these are update rules. So here you can see all the update rules and transfer rules we got, and the data sources are we got. Last time we haven't got them. So now if we install this, we will get the result, desired result. So this is the complete data flow in data flow before. You can even see the source system here. So this is transfer structure info source, data source, info objects. All these info objects are associated with this, and we don't have to do the work. All everything is automatic and system generated. So this is still the 3x data source. This is not a 7.0 data source. In the 7.0, you will have transformations and DTPs. So it will be so it is not yet migrated because the 3x data flows are very easy. Generally, most of the clients would prefer 3x data flows for the business content purpose. So we have to install 0FI, PAA 001, 003 and 004. These three data sources will pass the data required for the manual values, and the data from three data sources will be consolidated in this queue. So it will be available in financial management and controlling, FICO. Are you in the Facebook, Ravi?
Yeah, yes, Shahid, I'm there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'll maybe you are there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shahid Twitter is my name.
Okay. Uh, okay, I will find you. No problem.
Shahid Twitter or email ID is same. It is Gmail email ID.
Okay, I'll send you. So actually, I got your contact details from Facebook only. That
Yes,
link. Yeah. So.
yeah, Islauddin
Uh,
Adnan. As we call him Adnan.
uh-huh.
His name is Islauddin.
Okay.
What is he doing?
Who?
What is Islauddin doing there?
Islauddin? And I don't know Islauddin. I know Syed Irfanuddin.
Irfanuddin.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's he is
IBM.
no, he's from civil engineering actually. He's working in civil right now. Yeah. I don't know. He shared your link, so I just looked at your link and I found interesting. So.
I didn't get who is Irfanuddin because I thought
Uh-huh.
you got my ID from Islauddin. He's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
He's
Maybe Irfanuddin is his friend or something like that. That's why he shared his uh, link. Irfan is my friend actually. He did masters with me in so he's work
that he did. Islauddin did the masters in
in
US.
in computers.
Yeah,
Actually, we did masters in civil. So yeah.
there are some text fields here which are not available.
Mhm.
Change record type and language, text, medium for the text data. It means that we haven't loaded the master data first for the FI. We have, in the system, master data of the FI is not available. and we are trying to install the transaction data. So installation is okay, but if you are like load the data, transaction data before master data, then it will give errors. So all that master data is not loaded first. So this one is dependent on the master data.
Okay.
It is showing that error. Anyhow, we got the complete data flow now, so I will get it ready. So that is the process. You have to load the master data first and then transaction data in the system, and you will get that. In the real time. Generally, it is done with the help of team. Personally, like someone will do installations, business content installations, and someone will do the generic extractions, etc.
Okay.
So, so we already discussed about FI, and we already discussed about the business content, and we will discuss about generic data sources, yellow cockpit tomorrow, and generic data sources. There are 4 types of generic data sources, and the one yellow cockpit we will load for the BF, UM, and BX. For inventory, we will load. Inventory loading has a special attention, and it is very valuable. Generally, in any interview, if you say that you have inventory loading, you have done inventory loading, it is a plus point because inventory is in good demand these days, and lot of businesses are, dependent on inventory. So, every manufacturing company will have inventory, and they need proper with the goods movements and with the stock initializations, etc. So all those details are business processes are available in these 3 data sources like 2LRs, O3, BX, BF, and UM. BX is for 2LRs, O3, BX is for initialization purpose, and BF is for material movements, and UM is for the revaluation, stock revaluation. So initialization, it will take like for if you have a stock from previous season and left stock that is left from previous season, and you have a new stock coming in. So you have to calculate the stock which is remaining and the new stock which is there. So that initialization for the previous stock which is left from the last season essentially. Next second for to look at the business content. 2 of them are already last one also there. We'll see it tomorrow.
Okay.
And there is another transaction called RSRT for reporting purposes. I will show you that transaction.
Okay.
So these are the few transactions which need to be mentioned. Generally in syllabus we don't have any time to mention. So today I mentioned it separately. So RSRT transaction is called query monitoring. So here you will see the settings for the executing. Other than the bets, you can execute the queries here.
Okay.
So you can execute, generate report, and all the properties of the uh, queries and technical information, etc. All of these will be available here. And you will have settings here. So queries, mass maintenance, etc. We haven't given any query here. We have to give the query to get the data. The query, for example, query is going to take a lot.
Okay.
I have yesterday. Yesterday I tried to record, but
Uh-huh.
it is only for 28 minutes. It recorded and then
Oh.
it vanished.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but today when I'm looking for other settings, like I just got this recover,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tried to recover it, and now then only I got that video of
Oh.
28 minutes.
Okay.
So how long was the yesterday's class? 1 hour?
Yeah, it was more than 1 hour, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all the RRI and all of them are missed here.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, I guess I didn't know what is missed. I am just preparing it.
Okay. Yeah.
So yesterday we have discussed the scenario and then delivery scenario
Mm-hmm.
and report to report interface and the workbook.
Okay.
Three things we have discussed. I mean, discussed three topics.
Okay.
So I guess there is no topic in here. I don't think there is.
Okay.
So we will see the yellow cockpit tomorrow,
Okay, fine.
and we will complete the generic data sources.
Mm-hmm.
Once the yellow cockpit is over, we will complete generic data sources. Four of them, four classes
Okay.
will be finished hopefully.
Okay. Okay. I will
Okay,
send you
Ravi.
that yesterday's video. You want the today's video also?
Today's video, yeah, I'm not, yeah.
Okay. I will send. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks, Ravi. Bye.
Yeah.
See
No
you tomorrow.
problem. Yeah. Sure.